So this is a good time for us to think about taking a break to label our work. Currently our file probably looks like this. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me actually explain what I've done here. I'm going to delete this out and redo it. I've put a NURBS curve in so we can get some kind of an idea of the shape. So I'm going to create that again. Oops, which is the one I want. NURBS curve by control point. Once again, we're going to do basically the same thing we did with the curve, but now repeat it with the adaptive points. So I'll copy this, and we'll take these points that are now in list of 3, feed them in here, put our degree number in here. Oops, I'll try that one more time. Okay, and now we get this idea of this top height of the wall is actually working like a control point. So at least we get a visualization of what's happening with the ribbing here. And that'll be important as we move ahead. But our file basically is pretty much a kind of a blob. You really have to go in and read everything to understand it. You can't exactly, it's not very clear to somebody else who would walk into it to understand what's going on. But we know we can improve that. So we're going to take a few minutes and combine and label elements, especially because the next point we're going to go to is we're going to take these 2 top units are identical to what happens down here. The only thing that happens between copy and paste is that we make the units move to the other side. We flip them over by making them negative. And we create this idea of asymmetry where we can just modify some of the values so the left doesn't symmetrically resemble the right. And so we make a quick duplicate, and then to finish this up, we're going to take both of those and feed them into a very simple process of combining the list and adding an adaptive point to it. So I'll zoom in here so you can get some references to the kind of way that I've done some labeling. So here I have structure. I made a structure and volume ribbing. I'll show you how to make a box and call it something. Structure, volume, and ribbing. The roof form, offset, and asymmetry. And these are labeled side A. The one down here is side B. I showed that it's about making the lines in the first part, and then it's about the adaptive points, creating the adaptive points in the second part. And later on, we'll go apply adaptive elements where we add the family type to those points. I've created these Boolean switches up here so I can turn on either having the adaptive point work or just having a NURBS curve, which I've just shown you. And I've also got a roof form that we can add in just by lofting the 2 NURBS curves that we've created. So anyway, we'll take a few minutes. Let me go over to the Dynamo file again. Just give you an idea about how you make elements up. There's an alignment tool, and I'm forgetting how to use that. But to get these all to precisely line up. But if I just take them all together, I can create a group, and we'll give it a name. Structure, structure size, and ribs. Oops. All right, so you get the idea. Anytime you want to group any of these elements, so in this case, the way we'd done it before was to grab, I'm going to move this code block in a little bit closer, and I'm going to go ahead and grab all of these elements and group them. I don't know, the shortcut is Control-G. We'll grab these elements. Didn't like what I did there. I got to get this numbers out because that's not part of the actual definition. All right, we could leave those. We can change the color now of this one. If you right click, you'll get a chance for changing the color. I'll make that blue and go through and label that. And you can come back in the video and review the beginning of it just to see what kind of names were created. I'll go back out here now though so you can see what's going on. And I'll zoom out. So when we come back, I'll have my new file all labeled similar to this. with the anticipation of duplicating this down.